no room for mercy. I swear on my blade. It also become a syrup. Cut it My blade is ready. Ice purging slash. Look at Victory, the only option.
Good morning everyone. Today we're going to talk about Miyabi Soukaku Lycaon. You might be thinking at first that this is just a case of Miyabi stealing Ellen's Mono Ice Hyper Carry team, but that's actually not the case. Soukaku Lycaon is a really great duo support for Hyper Carry Ice DPS, but as we know, M0 Miyabi needs a disorder in her rotation, so we are not all the way into the Hyper Carry scheme. And especially in this strategy, we will play Miyabi as a burst Hyper Carry DPS with a really long stun window, possible by using the Freeze and Frost Anomaly. To do this, we need to build our Soukaku into a pseudo anomaly build with a Freedom Boost for peace. And because Soukaku can easily give quick assist to Miyabi, the best supporting this for Lycaon is going to be Astral Voice. Why not Freedom Boost on Lycaon? Because as you see on the gameplay of this team, Soukaku can use her EX more frequent in this strategy, giving a better uptime for Freedom Boost passive. And how is it possible for Soukaku to spam her EX even with AMD 6? This strategy is mostly enhanced by the stage buffs, where we get quick assist buffs, but more importantly, we also get 25% ERR buff, although we can definitely still use this strategy without the buff. Important, ERR stat only increase the energy gain from active energy generation, which is the energy gain from attacking, different from the passive energy generation. To stack quick assist buff for Miyabi, we will fly Soukaku flag for triggering quick assist to Miyabi. And you might already know that if we press special after the quick assist appear, Soukaku will spin, making her possible to continue dealing damage and building anomaly while off field. But we can do this better. After the quick assist appear, dash cancel the flag, then dash attack with Soukaku. After the animation of Soukaku turning appear, quick assist cancel to Miyabi. while Soukaku is following up her dash attack with basic 3. As you can see, Soukaku generates a lot of energy just by doing this, while the other doesn't generate energy actively at all. This attack also deals a lot more damage as it is buffed by her M6. And overall, this will also build more Ice Anomaly too. And considering Soukaku really needs her EX for building Ice Anomaly, this will greatly enhance her gameplay. Miyabi build is the standard build. She is a hyper carry, so you definitely want to attack this 6 with any of these 3 this 5 with the best substat that you have, and crit rate or attack this 4, depending on your crit rate stat. There are 2 ways that we can build Soukaku here. We can go to Anomaly support build with Freedom Blues 4-piece to buff the team Anomaly build up, or we can go with BNB 4-piece for more of her personal damage. In this strategy, I'm going to showcase the Anomaly support build. We are using AM-D6 as the energy buff, making ER-D6 not as necessary, and 50% ER substat on Kaboom already gives enough for Soukaku. You want to attack this 5 to make sure her initial attack is above 2500 for her optimal buff, and you can choose attack this 4 if you need more attack, or crit rate if you already have enough initial attack. You should go with crit build for Soukaku, even with Freedom Blues 4-piece. I'm using AP this 4 in my run just because I don't have a good crit stats for her. Lycaon will use Astral Voice 4-piece to buff the team some more, with Shockstar 2-piece and Impact this 6 to make sure that we can stun the boss ASAP. You can use any offensive this on your slot 4 and 5 to try to push out a little bit more damage, but realistically, it's not gonna matter a lot, as his main job here is to stun the boss. You can use either Oven or Fossil for his W engine. I would say this works the best for faster stun. My Lycaon is M1, but it's not necessary for the strategy. You'll see that there's a lot of other base source in the team than just Lycaon EX. And for the Bangboos, you can choose between Shark Boo or Penguin Boo to further help building Ice Anomaly, but I would advise against using Shark Boo for this strategy because Shark Boo can shatter the boss early with his torpedo, and that annoys me a lot. Let's break down run. Here's the run score graph for visualization. As you can see, we are using a burst DPS strategy here, where most of the damage is inflicted inside the stun window to efficiently use all of Miyabi resource. In this rotation breakdown, we will explore on this run rotation quite extensively, especially on how to maintain up to 27-second stun window and how Lycaon can prepare the stun windows with only about 20-second gap between them. And here's the burst rotation strategy. Just like in my previous Yanagi video, the burst rotation consists of phases like resource generation, buff and debuff setup, and damage burst. We'll go on this slowly throughout the rotation breakdown. We start the rotation by basic attacking with Miyabi and Lycaon to charge their energy, and Soukaku starting to stack Quick Assist buff for Miyabi. With how frequently fly Soukaku's flag in this rotation, we can also keep a pretty good uptime for Soukaku M4 to buff Miyabi's damage a little bit more. We Quick Assist to Miyabi, and I should point out that in my crafted rotation, there are a few RNG that is involved to make sure the run goes smoothly. First, one of Soukaku dash attack here has to hit the 15% from her M2 to get a stack of vortex. You'll see why later. And 2, in every pre-stun phase, Butcher should give at least one yellow glint for Lycaon to apply his debuff and will a lot of days without using his energy. In this fight, we always use Lycaon full charge EX to maximize days, then switch to Soukaku to stack more Quick Assist for Miyabi. And because we got one vortex from Soukaku basic before, here we have enough energy for Soukaku to start her buff right away. And be cautioned with this dash attack, because Ice Anomaly is already full. We don't want to trigger it early. We want to trigger Ice after Frost Burn to trigger Frost Disorder. So before the dash attack hit, we Quick Assist to Miyabi, fully buff with Soukaku buffs, triggering the Frost. Miyabi hold basic, then Lycaon charge basic for more of his energy and triggering Freeze. Quickly triggering Freeze after Frost is really good here, especially in the middle of Miyabi hold basic, because now Miyabi hold basic can reapply Frostfire on the enemy. Then to Soukaku, stacking one more Quick Assist buff stack, maxing it out. You can see that I reposition here with Soukaku, because through my experience fighting the boss, looks like Soukaku EX hits the boss hitbox better from some distance. That's also why I use Soukaku's first 2 EX so closely during the fight opening, because I don't want to trigger freeze too early there. But for the rest of the fight, more ice anomaly buildup is preferable. Now normally, I would advise on quickly applying anomaly alternatingly here, and we have a 10-second countdown to apply frost before the freeze fizzles. But we are not going to do it here to reserve Miyabi's energy. Alternating anomaly application is to help Miyabi Fallen Frost stack generation, because without triggering Disorder, Miyabi will need one more EX to fulfill 6 stacks for her hold basic, which is a huge amount of her damage source. But here, because we are in a burst rotation setup, we are better to just quickly stun the boss with Lycaon here. And with this Lycaon full charge EX, we swap cancel to Miyabi EX, also inflicting daze, so that Lycaon is still in contact with Butcher when he is stunned, and still applying his stun mult debuff. This is important if you play with Lycaon. Always make sure Lycaon touch the stun enemy before we burst. And this is the start of our first stun window at 228. Oops, who put that laser there? No worries, get up and EX with Miyabi one more time, triggering Frostburn inside the stun. Hold your button here, so that we don't trigger chain attack with Miyabi EX. And as you can see here, Miyabi can still get 6 Fallen Frost even without triggering Disorder, but we have to prepare 2 EX for it. Our first Miyabi hold basic inside the stun window, then to Soukaku, triggering Frost Disorder, then giving Miyabi one more quick assist buff to make sure that it stays for the whole stun window. And here we deny the chain attack. Why? Because we can prolong the stun window each time we deny the stun window chain attack trigger. As you can see here, where the duration increase showed by the daze meter not moving for about 1 second after we deny chain attack. Then Miyabi ultimate. Deny the chain attack one more time. You can see here that even if my Soukaku is built with AP this 4, her ice disorder just isn't that much. You might wonder how scary it would be if they release an ice anomaly agent. But Miyabi's Frostburn is quite good with about 800k damage. Make sure you hold Miyabi basic before we deny the chain attack here, so that we don't shatter enemy accidentally with her basic. And during this Miyabi hold basic, there are 2 things that we can do. We can attack with Lycaon first, then to Soukaku. This is done to make sure we have one more stack of Kaboom, but here I am sacrificing that 4% combat attack from Kaboom to make sure the boss doesn't shatter too early, because Lycaon attack will probably shatter the frost. This is also why I don't use Freedom Blues on Lycaon, and we are not in a rush with Soukaku here. We want the second half of Miyabi attack to be done here, so that we trigger freeze right after her attack is done. Because triggering frost in the middle of Miyabi hold basic will shatter the freeze instantly. Then we will use this freeze time to use Soukaku ultimate, because we will need to recharge Miyabi energy to make her keep bursting damage. You should deal a lot more damage with Soukaku ultimate here if your Soukaku is properly built for damage. I haven't got a good crit piece for her, so she is on AP this 4 here, which you probably shouldn't do. And this chain attack we will take for Miyabi, because we need her chain attack here, so she can frost the boss within 2 EX use. I don't do the EX2 here, instead doing EX1, dash cancel, then EX1 again, because EX1, EX2 has a longer animation to trigger frost. Frost is triggered, so we can fit one more Miyabi hold basic inside the stun here. And here it's possible to trigger one more frost disorder inside the stun. But we are a bit shy on ice anomaly here, so we are not fast enough for it. We could get a 1.3 million disorder here if we manage to do it inside the stun. That's why I use AMD 6 on Soukaku, because she is always really close to trigger freeze. You will see it happen on the second stun window. And here's the stun window review, ended at 201 with a 27-second stun window duration. I should emphasize here that it's not only about the stun window duration, but also how much damage burst that we can fit inside it. And 3 Miyabi hold basic, 1 ultimate, 3 frost burn, and almost 3 frost disorder. It just shows how much we appreciate the amplified stun window that Lycaon prepare. And just as we trigger Frost Disorder here, the Quick Assist buff ran out, so Soukaku should start stacking it again for the second stun window. Miyabi basic attack for energy generation, and we cancel the 5th basic to Lycaon ultimate. This will accelerate us in the next stun window. But remember, this strategy still depends on the RNG that the boss will give at least 1 yellow glint for Lycaon. So for now, we will full charge Lycaon EX for more days, then to Soukaku for quick assist stacking and renewing her buff. And here, Butcher giving yellow glint, but Lycaon is still on the field, and Soukaku is not done with her thing yet, so we're not taking it and have to tank it with Soukaku. But luckily, Butcher is giving us another yellow glint, which this one we can give to Lycaon by first transferring Soukaku buff to Miyabi with quick assist, then defensive assist with Lycaon. You might notice here that we haven't triggered any anomaly after the end of our first stun window. That's because of how fast Lycaon's stun capability here. It would be better for us to save all this Miyabi resource for the next stun window, which is really close now, than spending it here. So we charge basics with Lycaon here for energy, and as soon as his EX is ready, we full charge it and cancel it in the middle with Miyabi EX, triggering the stun, while making sure Lycaon is still in contact with Butcher. And because we are not triggering Disorder here, Miyabi still need more Fallen Frost by one more EX special. Hold your button as to not trigger the chain attack yet, so we can Miyabi hold basic here, then to Soukaku triggering Frost Disorder, then triggering the chain attack, deny it, gives the quick assist to Miyabi, then Miyabi ultimate, deny the chain attack again, hold basic, then Soukaku triggering Frost Disorder, right after Miyabi hold basic end as to not trigger Shatter, and Soukaku ultimate for Miyabi's energy, Miyabi chain attack, then double EX, frosting the boss again, so we can fit in one more hold basic, and before the stun ends, Soukaku managed to fit in one more Frost Disorder. And this is the best demonstration of this strategy that I can give. This is the exact rotation that I want to demonstrate on how strong Frost and Freeze interaction with stun window is. And you might also notice that the first and second stun window is very similar, because they are. The rotation here is very easily repeatable. If my Soukaku is stronger, I would say there is a slim chance we can get this boss with just 3 stun window with a perfect setup. Now for our third stun window, we will see not so perfect scenario, where our RNG didn't hit, where Butcher is not giving a yellow glint for us. Just like before, Soukaku starts stacking quick assist for Miyabi, Miyabi starts building energy for the next burst by basic attacks, and Lycaon start building days again. We see here Lycaon Decibels is very close for ultimate, so we will be staying on Lycaon with his charged EX here so that we can immediately ultimate from the Decibels that we gain from his full charged EX. And as to not waste Team Oven buffs, which will only stay for 8 more seconds after we use the energy. Fit one more Lycaon charge basic before switching to Soukaku to stack quick assist and renew her buff again. And here, just like our pre-second stun window, ideally we expect a yellow glint from Butcher, but looks like he's not giving it to us here, and waiting for it is a bad idea. And around 60 days is still too far for Lycaon to stun with his basic and EX, so we have to advance our stun window a bit by using Miyabi to EX here. Hold basic, Lycaon full charge EX, then swap cancel to Soukaku EX, triggering Frost Disorder. And the days from the Disorder and Soukaku EX helps the boss to enter the stun window, with Lycaon still in contact getting his debuff in. Then Soukaku giving the third quick assist buff stack to Miyabi ultimate, hold basic, and here I freeze the boss too soon, making the freeze instantly shattered by Miyabi hold basic second half, which will mess with our stun window duration. But luckily, we can still manage to frost the boss with Miyabi just before the stun window ends, although this will only fit half of Miyabi hold basic. Then Soukaku trigger the Frost Disorder. The early shatter from the freeze before might not be a bad thing here, because now we can build some days early by Soukaku EX and the days from Disorder. And judging there's only about 30 seconds left, we better start building the fourth stun window if we can't kill Butcher with 3. This stun window isn't exactly great because we can't fit the whole burst inside the stun window, but you can also see that this is the exact same rotation just like the previous stun window, but we just shifted stun window starts because we didn't get a good RNG on the boss move for the third stun. Now to finish the boss, just like before, quick assist stacks for Miyabi, Miyabi building energy, we got lucky and got a yellow green early here for Lycaon, Lycaon charge EX, and swap cancel to Soukaku stacking some more quick assist and renew her buff, and we got another yellow green attack. So we transfer the buff to Miyabi first with quick assist, then defensive assist with Lycaon again. I would consider getting 2 defensive assist pre-stun is lucky, although unnecessary because now we have too much Daze and Ice Anomaly, and this Lycaon ultimate will instantly stun and freeze the boss, where the freeze ideally used to trigger Frost Disorder. And this is changing our rotation than before, but that's okay, we always prepare for improvisation mid-fight. The best course of action here is to chain attack with Miyabi, because Miyabi didn't have enough time to fit in more basic, she only have enough energy for one more EX, frost the boss first here with just special, and there are 2 options we have here, we can either hold basic or ultimate. To think back on it, I think using hold basic first here is a better option, for more efficient Fallen Frost use, but my instinct back then is to just use ultimate first, either could work just fine. Miyabi hold basic, and because we don't care about the stun window duration here, we go to Lycaon EX to get one more kaboom stack and to Soukaku trying to trigger freeze. But because we triggered freeze with Lycaon before, there's not a lot of Ice Anomaly to start working with, and I wasn't positioning my Soukaku right for better hitbox hit. Time for a dash attack panic. Luckily, we managed to freeze the boss before Miyabi quick assist triggers gone. I don't know why I'm basic attacking with Miyabi here, I should just immediately EX, and this Miyabi hold basic should finish the job. I was trying to get a Soukaku wipeout scream here. Although the boss HP is already at 0, I think Butcher is still waiting for Soukaku to deliver the final blow here, but I guess we'll never see it. And that's the breakdown. Honestly, this might be my favorite Miyabi team, just because of how interesting this strategy is by just using non-limited agents for Miyabi support. Like always, I hope this video helps you, and see you next time.